Be sure to cook.
Hi, it's me again. Welcome back to Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be making real beef and noodles with a twist, a Be Sure twist. So stay tuned and let's do this. This is the beef that we're going to use. Okay, got my chopping board out and I got a clove of garlic. Now this garlic, I love it because see, this is a great garlic to me. Some of them are really white, but some of them turn purple. And when they turn purple, it seems like it puts out a better flavor. Okay? I'm just gonna rough chop this. Okay, I got a cooking dish that I am going to put this beef in. Okay, now we're going to put the beef in. I'm going to be using a can of beef broth. I'm going to use some Mrs. Dash blend. I'm going to shake some in here because this is going to be all the seasons for our beef. Okay, some paprika, and I'm just going to add a little bit of paprika in there. Add as much as you want to add into the paprika or any of these seasonings because I don't know how big your pot is, but if it's big, put enough in there. So I just say if you don't know how much, just use 1/4 teaspoon to make sure you don't over season it. I'm going to add a little parsley in here just for look and a little flavor because parsley just brings everything out. Okay, you can use fresh thyme or ground thyme. I got both. I wanted ground thyme, but the simple fact is when I have my this beef that I'm making with the noodles and everything, I don't want it to actually show, but I want you to taste it. So I'm going to add a little bit of ground thyme in here, and we're going to stir all this up. We're going to add some onion powder, some black pepper, not too much because I've already got pepper also in my Mrs. Dash blend. Most of all, I need to make that meat really tender, so I need unseasoned meat tenderizer. And you can get this, but you want to make sure you always get the unseasoned because it has no salt, no other stuff in there that you need. You don't want all that salt. Or if you like salt, you can go ahead. But this, you can put as much. I'm putting about probably about a tablespoon to a teaspoon. Okay, with all my seasons, I'm going to mix this up with all this beef. I'm not going to do it with my hands because I just don't like it today. And you're going to mix this up because this is all going to be into some juice anyway. You can let this marinate a little bit if you want. It'd be a good thing if you did let it marinate for about 20-25 minutes so that meat tenderizer can work its way into all those pizza meat and start breaking it down right away. Then you need your low sodium chicken broth. So let's open this. I've already washed the can. So let's open this up. Okay, as I open that up, you can see this is the chicken broth. It has low sodium, so it doesn't have hardly any sodium. Believe me, it doesn't. See these little fat remnants on there? This is like original real beef broth. So I'm going to add a can to that, and I'm going to add some water to that because I want to fill that up. And I'm diluting a little bit, and I'm going to stir that right up in there. Okay, I got me a baking pan just in case it starts to spill over. I don't need any of that because it's going to mess up my oven. That means I've got to clean it. Okay, remember that garlic I chopped? I'm going to sprinkle some of this garlic in here just the way it is, give it more flavor. I'm not going to use all of this because this is a lot of garlic. And that was a big clove. Okay, I'm going to mix all that up. Make sure that garlic's all in there everywhere. Last but not least, you always need a bay leaf. Put that bay leaf in there. There you go. Okay, I put my pan in the oven already, so it's already hot waiting on it. So I'll put the top on here. Let's put it in the oven. Okay, I'm pulling that oven out. That is hot. You want to cook this for at least about an hour. Check it, see how your meat is doing. Uh-oh. Okay, you want to check it. Leave it in there for an hour and check it. See how that meat is doing. If it's tender, you want to take it out. As long as it's real tender. If you need more time, give it another 30 minutes. So give it about an hour and 30 minutes. But if your stove cooks a little faster, most people's stoves cook a little faster. Some of them cook slow. So give it an hour and 30 minutes. It might be done in an hour. It might be done in 45 minutes. So check it within 45 minutes to make sure it's tender. Okay, we're about halfway in, and our beef is just now getting tender. I've been checking on it. It's a little, I'm going to take this out because we're going to add something else in here. I'm going to put it right here. It is piping hot. The beef is still tender. Okay, I've got a jar of mushrooms. I was trying to get fresh, but the store that I went to was all out of mushrooms, so I had a substitute for jar. You can. I got the freshest ones. Look how good those look. I got the freshest ones I could get. Not the ones that are all dark and brown. These are really good mushrooms. And they taste good. I'm about to drain these mushrooms. I wanted flavor in these mushrooms. So I got like a 4.5 ounce jar. I wanted flavor in here, so I'm going to drain these mushrooms because actually this is going to be like mushrooms in it and everything. I'm going to add. If you don't like mushrooms, you could just discard all the mushrooms. I got my spoon here. I'm going to just flip these around while this beef is still cooking tenderly. It's almost done, but I just wanted to cook for another 30 minutes and get all those mushrooms in there. All right, I got a pan. I put it up underneath it. I thought that would be better because it was trying to slide out. My oven is kind of new. It's trying to slide out on me, and it burnt me. So I put the pan at the bottom and put that and let the drippings. I put water at the bottom of the pan so it won't burn and destroy my pan. All right, another 25 minutes. Okay, I got to step back because it fogs up my glasses. All right, this is now hot out of the oven. Woo! That is really, really hot. Okay, so this is the beef, and the mushrooms have already got in there and sucked up all the juice. So what we're going to do now is we're getting ready to, I got another bowl and a strainer here. I'm going to pour all of this beef in here in the bowl and the strainer so I can get the juice. Okay, that's the juice. I'm about to put this into a pan with the same old bay leaf. Okay, I'm gonna start boiling this. I'm gonna add another can of beef broth to this. Okay, that's my beef broth. I'm gonna add another can of beef broth with some water. Mix it around. Okay, to intensify this, I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon beef broth flavor. Okay, it's a little thick. I always keep mine in the refrigerator to make sure it stays fresh. I don't need that much. It's already got enough flavor in there. Right? And you've seen that I had added no salt to this at all. So this Better Than Bouillon has salt containing in this product here. So what I did is I'm just making sure that, I didn't add any salt because this is going to give you the salt that I need. Okay, so since I added a little bit of water to it, that's why I use a little beef broth to give me more juice. You can make a lot of juice. If you have a lot of beef, you might not need it. I'm going to add a little bit more Mrs. Dash in there and some black pepper in there. And I'm going to add some more, guys, um, parsley. I really want that parsley to shine out to get into those noodles. So I'm going to use about 1 whole tablespoon. I said 1 whole tablespoon of parsley and get that shiny. Because guess what we're adding into this juice? We're going to be adding some fresh egg noodles. Okay, I put back a little of the juice here and let that cool. I'm letting that cool, which I think it's done a good enough cooling. I've got a pack of brown gravy mix. I just wanted to thicken that up when I get ready to pour this in. This is going to be my mix. So I'm going to add a package of ground gravy mix, any kind that you want to, that we left that behind. And I'm just going to, I only did a little bit of the juice, just enough to get this all nice and wet, and keep stirring it until I have no lumps. I am going to add a can of cream of mushroom. Okay, I'm adding a can of the cream of mushroom soup. Not a big can, so you're going to be looking at a 10.5 ounce can. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this mix up together, incorporating this mushroom soup and the gravy together, and making sure I blend this very well. Okay, my pot is boiling. I got about 2 cups of egg noodles of your choice. I'm going to put those egg noodles in there. I'm going to stir this around. Stir my egg noodles around. It's about 2 cups. Okay, I'm just going to let these boil. Don't forget, I still got my bay leaf that's in there, and let that cook also with those egg noodles. Let's let that boil. Okay, you want to make sure your noodles are a little al dente because it's still going to be cooking when you turn off the stove. So I turn it down on low. See that gravy mix that I mixed up? I'm going to add a little in first. I'm going to mix it up. Then I'm just going to add the rest. This whole can is going in here. Okay, so I'm just stirring that up, and I have it on a low heat now because of the noodles. I don't want to overcook the noodles. Okay, it's trying to thicken up just like we like it. Remember that beef? That's the beef, and that is all the seasonings and garlic and the mushrooms. I'm just going to lightly take it, toss it into here. Let all that flavor get all in here with all the meat and beef and everything and the mushroom. We're just going to make sure it's a nice medium-sized pot. We're going to let it cook, finish cooking. There we go. All right, guys, here it is. We mixed everything up. We got it prepared. And this is beef and noodles with real chunks of beef. Gravy is made specially homemade for everyone. And look at the sauce that we prepared. Now, when you cook it, it gets thicker. And that's what you wanted. You wanted to graze this beef and noodle. And this is the original beef and noodle with mushrooms. I hope you like our homemade beef and noodles. Because guess what? I didn't do this alone. You and me, we did this together. We made real homemade beef and noodles. It takes a little time. You can also substitute this with hamburger. If you want hamburger, do the same ingredients by using hamburger. Make sure you drain your grease. So hey, I hope you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope you come back for many more dishes. Hey guys, come back so we can make another dish. See you next time. Bye. Be sure to cook. Today we're going to be doing meatball subs. We're going to do everything homemade. Then I'm going to add a little Creole seasoning inside there. I'm going to give this a great stir. Look at that, guys. I am good to go. I hear you. Yes. Oh my God, that is wonderful. So that was about 4 to 5. I'm back.